Hi, Alex. I'm Stephanie Splunker.
Nice to meet you, Stephanie.
I'm the CEO of Dream World Studios, which, as you know, is a Hollywood filmmaking company. And we wanted to have this meeting with you so that we could solve all of our issues and make a deal without having to go to court. And so, kind of just stating some facts that have happened, where we had hired you and your mule, Morgan, to be a part of our movie. And one of the main things with Morgan is that we needed him to sit on his haunches in one of the scenes, and it was very important and crucial to the movie. Not only did he refuse to do that, but he also almost kicked some of our actors and also was kind of threatening some of our directors and stuff like that. And so we had agreed to pay you for 5 days of work to handle Morgan, all that kind of stuff. But we actually had lost money with Morgan because we had to go and hire a new mule, and we had to pay the true owner, which we found out later, $500. And so we've kind of have just been out of a lot of money, and I know you're wanting to sue us for, or counter sue us for getting all the money that you need, and we basically just want to see where you're coming from, and we want to let you know where we're coming from so that we can make the best deal without having to go to court.
Okay, I agree. I would love to make a mutual agreement. I know that you would like to avoid court and also maintain your reputation, and you would probably like an apology as well for the mule, Morgan. I definitely do agree that this is something that needs to be taken care of, and I definitely think that we can work something out, because I would also like to avoid court, because it's just a whole nother mess. But I also would like an apology as well, possibly a public apology, because I do not want my reputation to go down the drain, and because I have a pretty good reputation, so I don't want it to really dwindle down just because of one thing that happened.
So you want to make sure that your reputation is maintained too.
Yes.
And I know that we had left on unfriendly terms, obviously, but we were just kind of wanting to see like what happened with the whole mule situation. Like, I know that you weren't the original owner, and so we were kind of taken back by the fact that you hadn't told us that originally, because when it comes to animals, that could play a huge factor into that.
Right.
And so we're just kind of wanting to see like your thinking process on the whole Morgan thing, and just kind of like an explanation, I think, is also what we're after.
Right. I definitely understand. I am the trainer for Morgan. I am not the true owner. But, animals act up. And so I don't really know how to explain why he was acting like that. But definitely I do apologize for not being able to, be able to handle the situation correctly, because I know since we left on unfriendly terms or whatever, we weren't really, things were kind of in the heat of the moment, and we just got all jumbled up in emotion and frustration. But I mean, I don't really know why he acted that way, but I would definitely like to get it all situated, and I would apologize for everything that happened. So,
and one of the reasons that we had not paid you yet is that our board of directors have not authorized us to pay you because of some of like the libel claims that we have against you, and so particularly like things that have come out in like the New York Times or like anything like that we have publicly stated about you, and that's why they do not want us to pay you. But we would also like to say that we're sorry, especially me, like I did not, and our company did not mean to go on to, public media and bash your career or anything like that. We definitely wanted to maintain professionalism, and we realized that might have been a gap in our behavior that we could have mended. And so we take full responsibility for that. And so we can issue a public apology about that. But we also, if we're going to do that, we'll also for sure need like a public statement from you, also apologizing and also explaining like where you're coming from. And then maybe we can just like resolve this whole situation in one big story.
Of course, of course. I would gladly do that. Anything to keep professionalism and definitely keep our reputations both maintained.
Mm-hmm.
So, talking about options, what do you think as far as options we can go with?
Well, I think one of our best options is that we have an upcoming film, and we need a giraffe in that film, and we have the impression that you have a giraffe that you can use, that you've been training. And so we would like to drop all of the legal fees and use that giraffe for free. And so in turn, we wouldn't be paying you because we're out of more money than you are. But we would also get to use your giraffe for free, which you wouldn't be getting paid for, but it would be promotion for your business.
Okay.
So
I was just wondering with that. Yes, I do have a giraffe or whatever, but would you be able to feed it while it's in the studio and stuff like that?
I think since we're out of so much money already, because with all of our fees and everything like that, we've had to pay $111,000, and so you're only out $5,500, and so I think it would only be fair if you also took care of the draft and everything.
Okay. Yes, that does make sense. So we definitely have the public apology going for one of our options as well,
Mm-hmm.
and then the giraffe in your upcoming movie.
Is there any like hidden things that we should know, like any things with your company coming up or anything like that that we should be aware of before we go into making a deal, though?
Not that I know of. No, not really. I think that ever since this kind of scandal or
Mm-hmm.
bad scenario has happened, definitely a lot of things have been brought out to light, and like, of course, finding out that I'm not the real owner of Morgan, but
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. So,
Okay, well, that's good. We just want to make sure, like, going forward, there's no hidden agendas or anything like that that we don't know about. And we would like to continue doing business with you. And so, kind of, I guess, going off of the whole money thing and proposing more, is we could each of us submit a public apology, and then we could also come to an agreement where we do not have to pay you anything, and we will get to use your draft with no charge, and you will be taking care of any fees that the draft may have or anything like that. And then we can go ahead and look at how much that is and see if that adds to up to the $111,000, and anything that is left that you just pay out of pocket.
okay. I believe that that could work, but again, with my reputation kind of being a little bit shot down, and the public apology definitely will help and help regain my reputation. I will, if there is any left, money-wise, I would like it if there could be like a payment plan, so I don't have to pay it all at once, just because I'm kind of trying to rebuild. I would be trying to rebuild my reputation,
right?
And trying to get different jobs and stuff like that. So if I could we could work out like a payment plan, that would be more beneficial for me, and
Absolutely.
you would still get the money in the end if that helps.
I think our company's big enough that we could for sure afford that, and I think we both want is just kind of justice for each of our sides, and I think that we've come to an agreement that will make that so.
Perfect.
So just to go over our deal, which we will have our secretary of our company contract up, and then we will each sign it, is that we will both issue a public apology. We will be able, the DreamWorks Studios will be able to use your draft for no charge for as long as we need to for the next movie, and that you will be responsible for any fees that the draft holds. And then we will also look at those fees and see what's happening with that. And if it doesn't total up to $111,000, then we would go ahead and just have you make a payment plan and pay the rest of that off.
Right.
Okay.
That sounds.
And so then, along with that, since we will be using your draft and we will be issuing a public apology, we'll also make sure that in the credits of the next film, we will put your company in there, and making sure that we're promoting and giving your company credit for the use of the draft.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay.
That will definitely work.
All right.
All right. Yes.
Good deal.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Oh, perfect.